Top of the morning. As you can see, all the chemtrails are taking place towards the south. That's the south down that way. You see chemtrail one after another. They even making a new one as we speak. Hard towards the south. And the way that it appears is that the clouds are traveling southeast. So they're spraying, and it's the what they are spraying starts to move towards that direction that we're looking at. So it's the chemtrails are moving that way. This one was one here, but they flew up. But as you can see to the right, which is the north, that's the north this way. There's no chemtrails yet. I believe that whatever these two jets are spraying and how it disappears, I mean, to the eye, but from my years of watching them, I believe that they are spraying down something that is cohesive to the later spray that they'll do. Like whatever they spray here allows the other sprays to bind with it. It's like, I mean, we can't see it with the naked eye, but there is some chemicals that probably still remains in the sky, and then they'll come with the other spray and spray it, and it'll attach to that and creating a bond, then forming a cloud. So those are like, what are the uses of those two flying? What are the reasons why those two are flying together so close and that direction? But it seems as if they're in a sense seeding it for the other guys to come and spray afterwards. Or they could be a decoy. They could be spraying and have people think, oh, that's just contrails. There's nothing going on. But it has to be a reason why it's how can I say it? It's concentrated over that area, or it's prevalent there versus when they spray over here for the time being. But it seems as if they wanted to all to coagulate over in this area, and that again that will start to move southeast. Those clouds that you see now, or those chemtrails that you see there in the distance, and whatever they spray north of that, which will be this way, whatever they spray this way will eventually gravitate and connect with that down there, making that area, making whatever over there is, or the accumulation over there, even more substantial as it forms. And then eventually the whole cloud will be covered over the days, because they're probably spraying what we can't see. They're probably spraying north of here, and we can't see it from where I'm at. And eventually, whatever they're spraying north will eventually gravitate or make its way down here, and then we'll have a whole sky of these clouds. And as you can see, like they'll turn it on and turn it off when they want to. It's like they're getting, like, it's like they're coloring the sky, but in only certain areas. And then it'll eventually gravitate and form into clouds, a whole cloud cover or sky cover. And yeah, then we'll have a whole sky full of clouds that they man-made, and then we'll get man-made rain. All of it's artificial, because if you can see, there's no natural clouds. I mean, not one natural cloud. If you can see, like, where are the clouds really? Where are they? And I'm one to state, or to step out on the limb and say that we have no natural clouds anymore. All of it is man-made. What they spray will become a huge cloud cover, and then as time goes on, that'll dissipate and become, as it breaks apart. After it forms, it becomes clouds. But eventually it'll break apart, and then we'll get what we see as clouds nowadays. What we say, oh, that's a natural cloud, but really it was that formed all at once, or all together at one time, and then it breaks apart and then become the clouds. But first, they'll have to cover the sky in order for us to get clouds. As you can see, it would have been a clear blue sky today. And with that being the case, had it been a clear blue sky, it would have been warmer, or it would be warmer, because there's no clouds to cover the heat of the sun. So the clouds also cools the earth, just like how you step in the shade when it's hot outside to become substantial uh, cooler, substantially cooler degrees. I would say you would embark on if you go into the shade. You can actually feel the temperature change. It's the same when there's clouds. The earth would be a lot cooler with cloud coverage. So yeah, they'll fly all day today. As you can see, that one that they sprayed earlier. Like, honestly, why didn't it stick? Look, here go two more coming in the same direction. You can see one doesn't have any contrail flying, but the other one right to the right of it has a spray. And they'll fly and probably get here, somewhere around here, and then they'll probably turn it on to where as though it'll stick. And then we'll have a line like how we have that one there. And then that will again start dissipating, or spreading out and becoming a cloud, or if you can see that coverage down there. That one there, those two there will eventually become that. And as you can see, they're moving further north, spraying. And like I said again, those there are moving south, so they're moving that way. So they'll go and collect together down towards the south, and then they'll keep flying north. As you see, this way, they'll fly this way, or continue flying in a sense east to west. That's east that way, and then they'll fly west all day, east to west, while the current is going south. So while they're flying east to west, those lines of their spray will eventually gather to the south and form clouds. Now, I've been watching these for years. Everybody else is just starting to get on the same page as I. And you'll have people saying that they are poisoning us with the spray. That's what I thought at first. And they could be still spraying. I mean, I'm pretty sure it has some type of negative effect over time. But really, what they're doing is creating the cool that we used to in the wintertime or in the fall time. Anybody can notice that it's getting hotter. Last year, I believe, we didn't really get any snow. And we had a lot of hot days during I saw bees out last winter. Some days it was warm enough to where insects came out. And the earth has been getting warmer, and they'll call it climate change, but it has nothing to do with the climate. Or how can I say gas emissions, because not only are we getting hot, our planet, but other planets are getting hot as well. So unless our carbon emission is affecting other planets, then that just can't be the case. It can't be because of our emissions here on Earth. And as you can see, if you've been paying attention or keeping close focus on the news, that the so-called comet 3-eye Atlas, when it made its perihelion, its closest point to the sun, it caused the sun to react. How can I say it? Erratically. The sun's been giving off a lot of spots lately. I mean, a lot of solar storms, solar flares, and we've been getting a lot of in a sense, I'll just leave the side effects from that. We've been getting earthquakes. People have been recording northern lights in the lower 48 states when they usually said more northern, it's Canada and closer towards the poles or to the Arctic region. But now they're saying northern lights because of the CMEs, the coronal mass ejections coming from the sun, and causing a lot of changes on our planet and a lot of awakening. And I want to let a lot of people know that if you're having certain like heart palpitations, headaches, some days you're feeling drowsy and some days you're feeling full blast, it could really have to do with the sun. So don't be alarmed. I mean, if you're feeling health effects like heart-wise, you might want to get checked out. But I wouldn't, and I wouldn't worry. I would just go with the pups. Go with the pups. There's a lot of stuff being released in our DNA right now. A lot of cognitive stuff. This is the age of Aquarius, and in order for us to be enlightened, Yahweh have to do a lot of things with the celestial bodies, because they have a lot to do with our mental and physical makeup, believe it or not. So yeah, this is Yahweh's Zedek New here, trying to speak the Queen's language. Forgive me if I screwed up a couple of these words. It's not my native tongue. I was born here as a slave and forced to speak this language and forced to learn it. So it's not my native tongue. So if I chop up a few words, forgive me. They said Moses he had a speech impediment also, or he believed he did. But yeah, Yahweh's Zedek New, over and out. Hallelujah, Yahweh.